I know that it's almost overwhelming. We will break this up. We will tighten it up. We will PDF it up. We'll screen share it up. We'll video up. I mean, it's going to be great for you. But I don't think that the value of this day can be underestimated. Unbelievable commitment by these people. Next guy up, I'll never forget early on, Steve Wallach said this guy's got the potential to be one of the best trainers in the network marketing profession. Then from that point on, he was on my radar. I watched him. He was with Drink ACT at those points. He just was kicking out incredible content. Always way too smart for me. So I don't know that he loves me as much as I loved him. But he's a big fan of John Maxwell, of Eric Worre, of all the biggies. I mean, I've never seen anybody just that committed in my life. And I and Alex Tyson, he go back and go dose, another bright guy that go deep, that are always just talking about strategy and how to unite the team. And he's done incredible stuff with Cheryl Morley and now with that Deb Erickson. And every time I turn around, I'm a little more impressed with what he's doing. But I can't say that about him because Sean wants to. Go ahead, Sean.
Well, before I even talk about Paul, Tom, you know, Jason Garcia messages me privately on the Zoom and says to me, Sean, I've never seen anybody eat so much as you on a Zoom call before. What the crap? Who says that to someone, Jason Garcia?
I know.
Oh my gosh.
I know it. You are something.
Well, that's okay. You know what? Because I'm not the poster boy for keto. I get it. Okay. So let's talk about Paul Kroto. Paul has been around for a long time. As long as Paul has been in longevity, I've been his mentor. And, you know, he's personally been, he calls me sensei, which I thought was weird, Fabian. You know, we're not even in martial arts. And yeah, he always wants my advice. He wants me to coach him. I just, you know, some people just can't be coached. Paul has a difficult time listening to me. He always thinks he has better ideas. And today, he's going to prove that he actually does have a lot of better ideas than I do. Paul has been around at Longevity side by side with Steve for a long time. And, you know, Paul and his wife also, they're just salt of the earth people. They would do anything for anybody. Upstate New York, right? Just you would show up at their doorstep and need something. I can assure you, you would not leave without it. They would take care of you. They own a ton of restaurants, Greek restaurants. Don't even get me started with the falafels. Like, you know, he does so much good for so many people. He's been working with Cheryl, gosh, as business partners for a long time. They've been coming up with training programs and developing recruiting techniques for a long time, bringing in so many people to Longevity. Paul's been a 5-star for forever. And you know, I just love Paul. He makes me smile. He makes me want to be better. I've never been around him and not instantly felt uplifted. So, Paul, let's lift some people today. Let's go.
Take it away. Bring him on. Bring him on. Very
high. All
high.
right. Thank you so much, Sean, for those wonderful words. And your comic relief is just outstanding. You really, things don't work out here at Longevity for you. There's definitely a career for you out there with the comedy. But no, I mean, Sean and Annalise are just an amazing couple, and we're so lucky to have them here. I mean, yeah, I wish Sean would pick up his game a little bit and, you know, not just work these half days. And what I mean by half days is like 12 hours a day. But we're, you know, just, I don't know if everyone fully understands what corporate's going through right now with the whole quarantine thing. I mean, sales are up 20% and we're running on 20% of our staff. So the company, I mean, just the hands, you know, unbelievable job to John and everyone at corporate for the job they've done through this whole craziness thing to keep things running. Has just been amazing. You know, a lot of companies have closed, and we just have been in the spotlight as a company because of the amazing products we have that help support health, which is the #1 thing that everyone in the world has on their mind now. And I also want to give a big shout out to Tom for doing this amazing Super Saturday. We've been talking about doing this online for a while now. And Tom's done a couple of them, and they've been just huge successes. And not just these Super Saturdays, but all the different trainings that Tom has put together every single evening. You know, we were talking about how are we going to leave this quarantine? You know, what kind of person are we going to be on the other side of all this craziness that's going on out there? You know, and some people are going to get the COVID-19 and not the virus, but the COVID-19 in that they're going to gain 19 pounds. They're going to, you know, have their volume go down 19%. You know, those people are the ones that are sitting on the couch. They're not on this Zoom right now, learning something, you know, but those of you that are on here today, I just want to give all of you a round of applause. And I really admire you for being on here and saying, no, I'm not going to let this quarantine keep me down. I'm going to work on myself. I'm going to work on my team. I'm going to do a reset during this time. And then when May 1st comes or whatever this thing's going to end, you're going to be a whole lot better person on the other side of this. So I just love you all. And I want to wish happy birthday to Juliet. How awesome is that to have her have a birthday here on the Super Saturday as well. So I love Scott and Juliet. They've been such unbelievable leaders here at Longevity, and I just love them to death. But again, thanks, Tom and Denise, for putting this together. You're unbelievable leaders, and wow, what content we have learned today or heard today from all these great leaders. I took pages of notes here. But what I want to do now, with the few minutes I have, is to tell you a story. And I would love for you to get into the chat here. And if there's anything about this story that rings true for you or someone you know on your team, just type in a yes. So I can see if we're on the same page here or not with things. So let me just do a little screen share here. I'm going to show you a little bit of a diagram I have put together. And I'm not being able to share my screen though. Being disabled.
Marianne, did you make him a co-host?
You're now a co-host. We didn't know you were sharing today.
All right, excellent.
All right.
So let me go over here to this and hit share. So hopefully everybody can see my screen now. So I'm going to start off the story with something super positive. And that is that you have unlimited potential here at Longevity. You know, there's literally nothing that you can't earn. There's no limit on how many people you can impact. So if you want to make $1 million a month, you can do that. Steve and Michelle are not going to come to you, or Sean's not going to come to you and say, no, that's all you can earn. You know, there's unlimited potential here. So the sky is truly the limit here at Longevity. But what happens is that we get our paychecks. And it was just the 15th, a couple days ago, you got your paycheck, and you looked at the results that you're getting. And you said to yourself, man, this isn't going so well. You know, I just doing all this work and nothing's really happening. You know, you know, this little check here, just you know, then the next thing you do is you ask, why am I even doing this? You know, it just, it doesn't even seem like, you know, this, I mean, maybe other people can be successful at this, but not me. You know, I don't even know why I'm coming to these events or doing this business or trying to build, because it's just not working, you know, and honestly, I don't even really know what to do. You know, I do some things, but I don't know how to do other things. And, you know, some things go good and then they stop going good, you know, so, and then because you don't really understand how to do this, what happens next is that you start losing belief in yourself. If you even had belief in yourself to start with, you know, you just, again, maybe other people can be successful. Tom Chanel can be successful, but I don't know if I can be successful. You know, I just, I believe in the products. I believe in, I even believe in network marketing. I know it works because I can see all these people making all this money. It's just the belief in myself isn't there. You know, this is for other people. And obviously, as you can see here, these beliefs that we make up in our minds lead to negative thoughts. And we start having this negative self-talk. You know, it's said that the average person thinks 70,000 thoughts every single day. That's 3,000 per hour. It's just astonishing. So while I'm doing this little TED Talk here for 20 minutes, you're actually having 1,000 thoughts going through your head. Now, hopefully they're all good thoughts about the stuff you're learning here, but research shows that they're not. Research shows that 80% of all our thoughts are actually negative.
Wow.
That's 56,000 negative thoughts a day that we're having. And that 95% of our thoughts are repetitive. So we're really thinking the same thing over and over and over again, and it's bad. So, and where do these thoughts come from? Well, first and foremost, turn the TV off, please. You know, CNN truly stands for constant negative news. I mean, it's just a barrage of negative information coming in when you have the news on. You know, oh, how many people are dead now? I mean, it starts to wear on you, and the whole politics thing and all the thing behind it, it wears on you whether you know it or not. And some of you that are following me on Facebook, I have this special music that I found on YouTube that Becca actually introduced me to, and I play it in my house, and I can feel the energy go up, and it's just amazing, so that we can, you know, not get so sunk down into these negative thoughts and which causes negative emotions. You know, where's your emotional energy level at? So you gotta, you know, gauge yourself in a moment to moment. And if your beliefs are negative and your thoughts are negative, of course, you have negative emotions. And not just negative emotions, but on a scale from 1 to 10, where are you at? Most people are like at a 5. They're average, right? That's why 5 is average. So grade yourself. You know, where are you emotionally? And if this again is making sense to you, or you can relate to this, please type in a yes into the comments box there. And then, of course, when you don't have a lot of emotional energy, you're not going to take action. You know, and so you take little action, and what happens is you go back to the first little circle there, or puzzle piece, which is potential. So you're not tapping into this unlimited potential because you're taking such little action. And then what happens is you get another paycheck, and you see the results come in, and you're like, oh, this is horrible. You know, why am I even doing this? And a lot of people, they go through this cycle here and they quit because it's just a downward spiral that people are on in their business. And we see the same thing in weight loss, you know, in that they look at the scale and it's not going down and wonder, why am I even doing this? I don't even know what I'm doing. And their beliefs are so bad. And the beliefs that we have are actually formed by the time we're 7 years old. And then the rest of your life, you just spend confirming those beliefs that you got from your parents at a young age. So there's a lot of bad things going on here, and a lot of people, and maybe you may be one of them, you know, where you're like, I'm coming to these calls, but I'm not really seeing the results that I want to see. You know, it's just, this is not going well for me. And the way to turn this around is to focus on the way to tap into all this potential that's out there is to focus on your results, not the ones you're getting right now, but the ones you want to get. And this is the ultimate mind hack. And those of you that follow me and follow the new Team Elevate, we talk a lot about having that target in your mind, especially at times like this, where your mind's going all over the place. You know, there's so many things going on, and it's so easy to get distracted on something negative that our minds wander off. So you got to come back to the target. You know, Cheryl and I talk about this wonderful tool called Worm, and it's the best thing that we've ever come up with, where we're witnessing what's going on. We're witnessing that we're having bad thoughts. We're witnessing that our emotions are going down, and we interrupt them. And but we do that, and one of the best things that I've ever started in my life is meditation. You know, being able to calm everything down and have that reaction time increased in my life, where I'm not something's not happening to me and I'm reacting to it right away, but I have the ability to say, oh, isn't that interesting? You know, and witness these thoughts and be able to stop them. You know, I used to always think that me and my mind and me and my emotions are on the same team. We're not, okay? They're on the opposing team. So these emotions are coming at you, and they're making you do certain things and feel certain ways. And these, from the beliefs that we've had and cemented in our subconscious mind over all these years, are causing these negative thoughts, and the negative thoughts from the news and everybody around you's coming in. You know, you can get into a bad place really quick. So if you witness this, have the ability to interrupt it by saying, no, stop. You know, that's not where I'm going. And then redirect it. So what are we redirecting to? Well, we got to redirect to the results that we want. So over here on the left, we have this box that we're in. We're all in a box right now. And that box is where we've been living life. And there's this other box over here that is the life that we want. But it's so important to know what those results are that we're shooting for, to have those targets. What is your volume going to be at the end of this month? I have a very specific target. At the end of April, my target QV is this number. I have a very specific target for my rank. I'm going to hit ambassador by this date. It's a target that I'm shooting at. So my mind knows where to focus. These are the things I'm shooting at. Now, why? Why do I want these things? Why do you want your volume to go up? Why do you want to lose weight? Why do you want to be healthier? Your mind is always asking why. And until you sit down and come up with a long list of reasons why, you will never do it. So I make all of my people write out this list. You can go to Team Elevate, write on Facebook, and I print out a sheet. It's just 100 blank lines. And it says, what are your whys? And I know, I love Steve Blackburn. He's got this unbelievable book that he made up. And he's just got like pictures and check boxes that he goes through. And that's literally what this list is. It's 100 things that you want in your life. So you know, the first step to achieving your dreams is knowing what they are. So you got to get really clear on what are the things I want to have in my life. And then one of the things that Cheryl and I are obsessed about is vision boards. You know, I've used vision boards my whole life. And again, it's just something to put your mind back in the place, give it direction. So I love Pinterest. I got everyone using Pinterest now, going there, setting up something called Vision Board, and just going in there and spending some time looking for the things that I want to have in my life and being able to visualize those things. And the key is to be able to visualize those things as if they already happened, and feel as if they already happened, and be actually grateful for them. There's this great course that Annalise turned me on to that I went through with her. It's this gratitude program. And there's no better thing in the world than gratitude. And when you are grateful for these things that you've attracted into your life and you feel them, it starts changing how you do things and how you approach life. And when you have gratitude, that feeling of gratitude, that emotion of gratitude in you, you don't have the fear. You don't have the anger. You don't have any of these low emotions that people are feeling, because you're asking yourself, what can I be grateful for? You know, the answer to what can I be grateful for is a little bit weird, but it's something that hasn't even happened yet. That's where you got to get to, where you can see it as if it already happened. And that's what the vision board's about, and using those visualization exercises to really see your life as you want it to be. So number one, I got some notes here on the screen here you can copy down. So we're tapping into our unlimited potential. We got the vision of your future, the results that we want to have, not the results we're getting, the results that we want to have. Those are the results that you want to focus on. Having the 100 reasons list. So that has been key to my life. And I promise you, if you read that 100 reasons list every single day, a year from now, when we get back on this Zoom here, you'll have 30 of them checked off. Guaranteed it. Because you put your focus there. Where focus goes, energy flows. And these things will start appearing in your life. You're developing a new story that you're living your life by. Not the story of the past, but the story of the future. And now we got to come up with a map. Okay, how are we going to do this? How are we going to get from where we are to where we want to get to? you got to have a map to get there. And I love Harold Davis. He came on here and he actually had a business plan. I mean, you know, Tom mentioned that I own restaurants. My family owns restaurants. When you own a traditional business, you have to have a business plan in place. And it's the same thing for longevity. Everyone should have a business plan. And I'm telling you that building a longevity business is no different than baking a cake. It's the same thing. If you give me the directions, you know, so I go on and I mimic the super successful. Well, how did Dr. Ariaza do that? How did he build this amazing team? How did Tom Chenault become one of the greatest network marketers out there? How did Scott Fardulis do this? How did he become so successful? How did Cheryl Morley become one of the most successful women in all of network marketing? How did they do this? And I go and interview them, and I look and I watch, and I come up with a directions, a list, just like baking a cake. So first I did this, then I did this, and all these different components that they have are in there. Now, what are the components to building a longevity business? And other leaders may call them different things, and that's fine. But what it comes down to is 8 things. You got to do 8 things. Every single leader that's made a successful living in network marketing has done 8 things. Number 1, they've done personal growth. Number 2, they know how to find people. Number 3, they know how to invite people to something, whatever that something is. When they get them to that something, they do number 4, which is share. They're sharing something with people. Whether you're sharing the health evaluation, or you're sharing a video, or whatever you're sharing, you need to be sharing something with them. Then you got to follow up. Hey, what'd you like best about that? And then when we use the contact mapping app so that you can keep track of all these people and follow up and remember the key things and the nuggets that you learned about them during your initial meeting with them when you met them. And then you need to know how to enroll them. There's a skill called enroll. You need to know how to not just take them to the goal line, but how to get them into longevity and enroll them. And not just enroll them, but do number 7, which is actually coach them. You know, what a great concept. You know, you bring someone in and then you show them how to get to their goals. You know, my goal is to lose weight. My goal is to make this kind of money. To coach them through that. You can plug them into so many great coaching things here at Longevity. And last but not least, you got to promote. You got to promote events like this. You got to promote the business. You got to promote add-on products that they're not using. So when you're promoting and you're doing these 8 things, you have every piece of the puzzle in place, you will be successful. Now, that being said, you got to have beliefs. Now, I sit down and I actually write out another list of 100 things. They're my 100 core beliefs. Now, again, I mentioned that by the age of 7, all your beliefs are already in place. We need to go back and change those. The good news is that, well, the bad news is you got this CD, and I got the CD, and I got the word beliefs written on. This is the beliefs that I had and I've been having in my mind for my whole life. Well, I want to change those beliefs. And the great news is that the CD is a CDRW, which means rewritable. You can rewrite your beliefs. And that's why if you go over them over and over and over again and read your beliefs over and over, and I'll send you my 100 beliefs that I have. What's one of my beliefs? That every single man, woman, and child needs 90 for life.
There you go.
Now, I don't just say that. I'm thinking that you can feel it from me. Okay, there's an emotion behind it with me because I believe it so much. I don't just believe it. I'm absolutely certain that they need it. I'm absolutely certain that network marketing is the greatest profession in the world. Is it perfect? No, but it's the greatest profession in the world. Is Longevity the best company out there? I believe that 1,000%. I'm absolutely certain about that. I'm absolutely certain all of you are amazing. I love Longevity Nation, and I'm absolutely certain that there's no place else on earth I'd rather be than right here, right now, with all of you in the trenches, growing together and making this, elevating people's lives. And I put a video this morning on my Facebook page. I encourage all of you to go to it and watch it, because it talked about, in the end, all that matters is impact. And again, I'm absolutely certain that's the truth. It's not how much money you have. It's not any of these things. It's how much impact did you have on people. So to redesign your belief system, when you redesign your belief system, what's going to happen is that's going to drive new thoughts in your mind. So when you're having these 70,000 thoughts every single day, they're going to be positive because they're coming from a subconscious place of great positive beliefs. And then from there, you're going to drive new emotions. And you're not just going to sort of go through the actions here. You're going to take massive action because you have a new emotion behind it. And when that new emotion kicks in, that high emotional energy will drive massive action. So again, Cheryl and I here, we've created something called this Elevate Team, and this is the success cycle that we've come up with, these 8 puzzle pieces. And if you don't have these 8 puzzle pieces in place, if you're missing any one of these, you will not be successful. So right now, type in the chat, which one of these puzzle pieces is your weakness? The one that you might say all 8, well, at least 7 of them, because we all have unlimited potential here. And I want to leave you with a quote that is real powerful and something I believe in 100%, that I'm absolutely certain about. When you get this thing going in the right direction, when you get this success cycle moving, this massive action will allow you to tap into your unlimited potential, the unlimited potential that you have here at Longevity, and it's going to allow you to produce massive results. So with that, Tom, I want to turn it back over to you.
Great job, Paul Kroto. Wow. Okay, so we're getting down here. We've got, okay, so go to the comments, put in there, he'll answer questions. He's going to go grab your stuff. A couple of things before we go to the next speaker. We need to know when to do the next one.